What's going on, guys? Welcome back to FAMcast. This is episode 31. I'm Trevor, and I've got Tim and Trey with me today.
Heyo.
And we just had an awesome weekend. We finished up ADGQ, which was an awesome marathon of speed runs, if you're not aware of it. They raised $2.2 million, but we also had a few other things going on this weekend. We had the Dragon Ball FighterZ, or Fighters, however you want to pronounce it, the open beta, as well as the Final Fantasy NT, Dissidia, however you want to throw that combination of words together.
Dissidia Final Fantasy NT.
Yeah, there we go. That sounds good to me. So we had a lot of fighting open betas and some charity speed runs. So it was a pretty awesome weekend. But I think I'll kick it over to you, Trey, because I think you probably, between you and Tim, out of the three of us, you probably got the most time in the beta.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. Like, I'm happy I got to play the game. I will say it feels very, not noob friendly, I'll say, but very casual friendly. There we go. There's like auto combos, so if you're pressing like square, X, it's gonna do like a light combo. Or if you do triangle, It's gonna do the same, and circle, it's gonna do the same. Which is, I hope it's just an option that you can cancel within the settings of the game, because it just totally killed the mood for the game for me. Just because you go into a match and that's all you get is people just spamming square or triangle or circle, and there's like, it just feels like there's no depth to it right now. Granted, I understand that it's just an open beta, and of course, I also had problems with the network problems, but that's with every beta. I had it with Xbox last time, or the first beta, and I got to play like 2 matches or 3. This time around, I actually got to play enough to actually enjoy it somewhat. But graphically, I mean, it's a beautiful game. Of course, the roster that they had in the beta was I won't say lackluster, but it was the characters that I wanted to play around with.
Sure.
But I think there's actually one tonight, which is January 17th. But by the time this podcast is up, it'll be over. But I'm hoping Yamcha may be in there, or Goku Black, which is another character I want to try out. But overall, it was pretty good. Again, the network problems, like you could be in a room filled with 64 people, which is the cap, and you'd still be waiting on for 10 to 15 minutes trying to get a match to connect.
Sure.
Which, it's a beta. I just kind of overlooked it. But other than that, I liked it, but I kind of got bored with it because of the auto combos and the lag problems. But I'll just wait for the full game to actually sit down and enjoy the game, because I didn't get to play around with like no training modes or anything. So I didn't get to see like character lists, which they hadn't posted up on Twitter, but whatever. I'm just ready for the full game to come out.
So let me ask you. So coming from someone who doesn't play fighting games a lot, like I enjoy fighting games to the extent of like, Mortal Kombat and Injustice. I love those games. I think they're fantastic games, but I suck at them. And I don't have the time nor the patience to put into it like what you do with your fighting games, right?
Right.
So from the point of view of someone like me who sees this game, right? I get in there and you're right. I can just mash X and it's like, oh, light combo, boom, 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 right? Or Y does the same thing, or B does something similar to it. You brought up hoping that there's an option in the settings to remove that. Would you feel, though, if that was removed for you, that you are giving yourself a disadvantage because I don't have it removed, right? So I'm playing against you, and I could still do it, but you removed it for yourself.
No.
Okay, and that's just my curiosity there.
Because I think auto combos, because they have auto combos in Marvel vs. Capcom, but their damage is lowered for that. So I'm thinking if they do that for Dragon Ball FighterZ, then it should. Hopefully they scale it like that. But if not, then I won't be too thrilled about that. But.
I got in there, and as a definitely a casual fighter, I was able to do pretty good actually. I was very happy. I think I lost out of the 10 matches I played. I probably lost 2, but a lot of that was like. I'm not going to say I just sat there and mashed a button. I went through all the trainings. I knew what I was kind of going for, right? I played with one team the whole time, too. I had my roster I wanted to play with, and I played as that team the whole time. I had to ask Trevor how to switch out until I found the tutorial because that was bugging me. But, like, I feel like I felt like it was very, like you were saying, casual, because I felt like I could actually have fun playing this game.
Right.
And now, the 2 times I lost, I got smoked. Like, it wasn't close at all. It was, this guy is just running me over. And you know, it was like, this guy's doing this combo into this combo, and that's the stuff I never know, like, because I know, like, when it comes to Injustice and Mortal Kombat stuff, and Street Fighter, God, Street Fighter's a big one, is a lot of it's like, okay, you're in the midst of a combo, but then you cancel the combo to get into another combo, or, like, that shit confuses me so much. I just...
I'm definitely with you, Tim. Me personally, I actually didn't get into any online matches, mostly because Zach was over and we were doing other things like awesome games done quick. How about we just stick with that?
There you go.
But yeah, we didn't really get much online time in there. But I went through all the tutorials just to kind of get a feel for the game, and that's really what I was looking for. I wanted like an offline mode, like Trey was mentioning. It would have been nice to just kind of get in there and like practice with the characters instead of having to wait, anywhere from 10 to half an hour in some cases for a match.
Right.
But like Trey said, it's a beta. They're just kind of stress testing the servers, I'm sure. But what I played of the tutorials, I really did like. It is very casual friendly. But like for me and Tim, that's good for us because it allows us to enjoy it. But I can understand at Trey's point to where it's not really rewarding because those mechanics aren't really there.
Right.
Like it's not much of a challenge for someone like Trey who already has experience with fighting games. With setting up combos and combo breaks, whatever you call them, cancellations, or so it's I don't know.
Yeah.
But so I can understand that it's not as exciting for him as it would be for us. But at the same point, for me, because oh my gosh, the cats are fighting. But at the same point for me, there's still a lot more to it other than just those three different combos like light, medium, and heavy.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna go ahead.
Can you stop it?
Pause that real quick.
There's gonna be a lot to edit here.
There's more to it than just light, medium, heavy is where you're at.
Right. So there's a more to it than just light, medium, and heavy, which I did like. So not only do you have you had your Dragon Rush, you had the instant transmission thing to where you can appear behind them.
Right.
You had the super abilities, which depending on like how you did different attacks. And that was my favorite part, which I feel like that's everyone's favorite part. Like seeing like the really cool cinematic attacks, or
especially like the end of round
meteor
like
attacks?
the meteor attacks. The ones like
those are so cool.
If you do it at the end of a match, it's like I Kamehameha this person and he's dead, but instead of it just being a normal Kamehameha, since I did it to finish him off, he's blasted out in the outer space.
Right.
That's some really neat things. One of the things that frustrates me about a fighting game is when like the Flash. When I played Injustice, I spent a ton of time playing the Flash in training and everything. Like I spent a lot of time, and anytime I got into a match, it's like that training just went. Like it just didn't matter. I got in there, and it's like, okay, I'm doing it. It's not working. It's not. This is stupid. It's not working. I spent hours on this combo, and it's just sad face.
Welcome to my world, Tim.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
It's just so frustrating at times. Like, I want to be good at fighters, and I want to sit here and be like, oh man, I'm going to put tons of time into learning how to do everything with DBZ fighters because I love DBZ and I enjoy fighting. I especially enjoy the fighting style that it is. But I don't know. Like, I want to say I'm going to do that, but then every time I get it and get my ass handed to me, 7 times in a row on online matches, I just feel like I'm just bad. But I'm hoping the casual friendly of this game kind of takes that away, because it was fun to be like, oh, X, and then instead of doing X again, a super move, like kind of like mixing it up in my own way without going like too in depth into it,
Yeah. Or doing like the attacks into like the switches.
Right. Like that
was cool.
That made me feel like I was doing something right versus just mashing buttons.
No, you're right.
I
mean, that's the world of fighting games. You lose, you just gotta hold that L, and you learn from it. That's just how it goes.
I remember. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You just get into that lab, and you just keep learning, man.
Did you guys ever play UFC 09? Yeah, I'm bringing this out. UFC 09. So UFC 09 was a UFC game, and I got UFC 09, and it was really well done in terms of being a UFC game that was a UFC game. And I remember I got so mad that like if I felt like there was any hint of cheating, I'd just turn my Xbox off and it didn't count as a loss. Dude, I had like a 100-0 record. People were afraid of me. It was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tim's rage quitting.
I was that guy when I
Dang.
was, what was that, 10 years ago? I was 18, 17, 18. That was me.
Old enough to know better.
That was me, guys. Oh, no, he shouldn't have been able to kick me there. Xbox off. Now it doesn't matter because now if you
Tim's
do that,
one
it
of
just counts as a
those.
loss. Or
And I know that the story mode's not what people buy the fighting games for, but I'm still excited to play through the Dragon Ball story mode.
Oh yeah, dude, duh. I mean, that's
Right.
the game itself is beautiful. Like, I don't care if it's like a screensaver. I would still watch it. You know,
Right. Yeah, they did such a good job just making it look like a great game.
right? Which is I think that's one slight downfall for it for me, is because I
Okay.
feel like some of the animations are very sluggish looking, but that's just me.
I can see that. It almost looks like
Well,
it's
and
not.
also it was sorry to interrupt, but it was like just the online kind of like slowed it down some because it's like a delay based net code and it's just frustrating. So like I could press
Yeah.
X and it'd be like X and then it's like a second later and then you're doing it. And even then it still came out kind of sluggish. I'm like, come on, man. So I'm just like, I'm not going to put judgment on the game yet, other than the auto combos, which was kind of whack, but I'm just gonna wait till the full game comes out and then I'll get my full
Sure.
thought of the game.
just make sure when it comes out, its server's probably gonna be terrible too when they first come out. Games nowadays doesn't matter what game. Like I'm fully expecting to not be able to play Monster Hunter with my friends when it first comes out. I want to, but I'm 100% fully expecting not to be able to. There's going to be something wrong.
I think Capcom's pretty good about their servers, but we'll
I
see.
hope so. I mean, I'm super stoked for that game, but I just online.
Even
So
like-
well, go ahead.
Sorry, I keep interrupting people.
No,
Continue,
you're
Tim.
good. I was just gonna say, like Dragon Ball Z, it's gonna be a huge online game. I'm expecting to have the same issues I had in the beta.
So with all that being said, what did you think about the Dragon Ball feature?
The what? I'm sorry. I
The
cut out.
Dragon Ball feature.
Oh, I mean, just the fact that you can just mash it out by hitting X X X X X X X, and then wait for the person to get up X X X X X X X,
Yeah.
and do that. How many times? Nine
Seven
times? 7 times?
Wait, 8 times to get it to activate. 7 times to get each Dragon Ball, and then you have to be
Then
at
8.
7.
Yeah, so
both-
8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 8 times to do that, and then you could be like, "Yep, I'm immortal now." It's kind of lame. Or
I agree with you on that, actually, very much so.
I am like not a fan of that at all. But we'll see how it actually plays in competitive play.
I think
We'll see.
that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, I wish it wasn't as easy as what it was.
Yeah, exactly. I wish there was like something other than just hitting like that light combo over and over. I wish there was
Right.
like something else like, oh, you have to do this so many times, or you have to
Right.
do something else so many times, and then it's like an actual like rewarding thing to get, other than like,
Right.
yep, I hit X, X amount of times.
Like break 2 combos and get a Dragon
Right.
Ball, stuff like that.
Right, like that'd be nice. Which again, it's beta, so it could be something they end up changing.
Right.
Sure.
Who knows? Like maybe even the Dragon Balls may not be even like viable in tournament play. But this is
Right.
my thought process on it. But,
Something you could toggle it off for like legit tournament matches or something.
Mhm.
Because I agree. I think it'd be, instead of just having like the same light combo over and over, it'd be interesting to do like, okay, maybe you need 1 light, 1 medium, 1 heavy combo, and that gets you 3 Dragon Balls, and then you need to do like a Dragon Rush, or just something different.
Right.
Because it's a cool feature. Like I could see it being fun in like the story mode, or just like
Right.
with like competitive with friends. But it does not seem like a tournament style thing at all.
not at all. Yeah, I'm hoping that. Man, I'm excited for the game, but I'm worried at the same time. I'm cautiously optimistic,
Sure.
and I'm just gonna stick with that. I'm hoping these DLC characters are gonna be what I hope they are. I want to see more super characters. I want to see more female characters. Give me, say, a woman. I want Launch in the game. I think that'd be awesome.
Bulma?
Old school.
Chi-Chi?
I would love Bulma and Chi-Chi in the game, but I think Launch would be a really fun
I think
character.
they could
Khalifa?
totally do Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi was a fighter. They could do
Oh
Chi-Chi.
yeah, dude, she was a tank, dude.
Right.
But I think just the way that Dragon Ball is and how the style of the game that it is, I think Launch
Launch would be cool.
would be a really fun like stance character, because she could go into one combo, and then like her X would be like her sneeze, where she changes into like crazy launch, and then she just like started doing another combo, and then like ended with her turning back to normal.
That's a good point. And we haven't seen launch in how long? Like my God,
She's-
just Dragon Ball, right? She was literally in, or was she in? Was she in Dragon Ball Z at all?
I think she was in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, but I can't remember. I think she was just Dragon Ball though.
Such a good character. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, she was so awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they have a pretty big pool of characters to pick from. So
Yes, they do, which is
I would love to see
exciting.
Jiren.
Ah,
Yeah, Jiren would be sweet. They just put him in Xenoverse.
That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, definitely get some more super characters in there. I'd like to see the Universe 8 Saiyans. That'd be cool.
I wouldn't mind. if
I'm
they
not
weren't in
there
the
yet,
game.
just so everyone knows. Not you guys. I know
Oh.
you guys know, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm a
okay.
lame people who have to listen to
Stupid.
watch it dubbed. You know.
Stupid.
Tim's gonna get
Tingling
on a
back.
podcast in 2 years. He's like, "Oh, guys, there's a tournament for the survival of the universe."
Right.
Like, yeah, Tim.
Oh.
Dragon Ball Super is done.
right. They're on
We're
Dragon
on-
Ball Ultra now.
Yeah, we're on Dragon Ball. Excellent. I don't
GT remastered. What?
know. No,
Oh,
Tim.
no.
That's not canon anymore.
That series was so bad. Like I went back and tried to watch that just because I was like, how bad was it? How bad did I really hate this? I got like 3 episodes in and couldn't do it anymore. Like I just
I'm gonna say one thing. Vegeta with a mustache.
dude. Okay, but that was the most. That was funny. It was terrible, but it was
terrible.
hilarious. Like
Terrible.
I shaved my mustache. Yeah.
It's like just like a bad Tumblr fan
Just-
fiction.
I just don't know what happened with that. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I can't talk about it. I'm sorry.
Well, Troy, you also played another open beta, the Dissidia.
Oh yeah,
NT
Dissidia Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy NT. Yes. This is the 3rd game in the entry of Dissidia games, I think. The first 2 were on
Okay.
PSP. Definitely a lot more team-based this time around. Man, it's so good. Like, as simple as it seems, I feel like there's going to be a lot of depth behind it. Because this time around they added in summons and, like, all these crazy gauge moves. And, oh, man, it's really fun. Plus, like, the game just looks gorgeous. Like, I don't have the best of monitors, but I played it and I loved it. The soundtrack was amazing. Visually, it was awesome. Like, you feel like a badass with every button you press. I cannot wait for that game. I'm probably going to pre-order it here in the next couple days.
Nice.
And when you say it's when it's more team based, because you only play as one character, is that correct, or do you play as multiple characters?
Well, you yourself only play as one, but
Okay.
you have 2 other teammates, so it's like a 3v3.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got the roster between Final Fantasy 1 to Tactics to 7 to 10. I think they just put Noctis in the game too, so that's going to be even more relevant.
Right.
And then hopefully when 16 drops, rumors are out there, they put in that main character, which is supposed to be like a young steampunk girl sort of vibe for this game. Which I'm excited. Maybe we'll talk about that on another podcast.
Yeah. All those Square Enix leaks.
Yeah. Yeah, the game was fun. Like, the levels are just really fun. You feel like a badass with anything you do. Like, I was playing as Kefla, and he's got this, like, goofy run animation, but, like, you stop, and then you're like, hey, I'm gonna throw this giant fireball, or I'm gonna, shoot some rocks from out of the ground and turn them into spikes, or I'm gonna do a charge move, and then I'm gonna dash at somebody while they're midair. It's just really cool.
Sure.
Cloud is in the game. Tim, right? You're a big Cloud fan, right?
Cloud's cool.
Oh, he's just cool. Okay. Right.
I just
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's
Final
okay.
Fantasy. I don't know.
Tim, have you beaten Final Fantasy at all?
No.
I mean, I can't. I've only beaten 2. I've beaten 10 and 15.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 I've ever
See,
gone through.
I tried to play 15, and it was fun for a few hours, and I just got bored with it. I don't know what it was, but I just got bored with it after a few hours.
loved it.
I actually tried to play 10 when it came out. I tried to play 10 a few times, but when it came out for the PlayStation 2, I had to rent games, and every time I rented it, it didn't work in my PS2, so I just couldn't play it.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
So I
guess
just
it's,
figured, and then the only other time I bought a Final Fantasy game, it was Crisis Core on the PSP, and I hated it. So
There's a lot of people that hate that game, but that's like, I don't know, like I cannot beat that game without crying.
I was expecting. See, I went into it expecting a turn-based game because that's what I thought Final Fantasy was, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a turn-based game, and it wasn't a turn-based game because that. When I think Final Fantasy, or when I thought Final Fantasy, at least at the time, I love turn-based RPGs. One of my favorite. That's why like Paper Mario and shit is always one of my favorite games because I love the strategicness in the turn-based things.
Strategery.
So when I bought it, I was just disappointed because that's not what I got.
Yeah, that's understandable.
And like Final Fantasy 15 is nothing like that, but I knew what I was getting into with Final Fantasy 15. Like I knew it wasn't going to be that way. It's just I don't know. There's something about it just being more of an action or an RPG kind of like, and I like action RPGs. I love but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they eventually get back to the turn base for Final Fantasy games. I think this whole action RPG take is kind of whack.
Yeah, like 13 was action RPG, but it was weird action RPG. Like it's like they tried to mix the two, didn't they? Like it was weird.
It was like a weird. I forget what the platform was called. The Paradigm System.
Yeah,
I think is what it was called, and I did not.
Wasn't for
I love the characters of 13, but in the aesthetic of 13, but yeah, the rest of the game was terrible. It was garbage.
I did not enjoy 13 from what I played of it.
I
But at 15, I feel like they did that system really well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it was one of my favorite games that I played last year. I think that they did a good job of still keeping it to where like you still go through, like you pick out your attacks and stuff, but it was definitely like an open combat system.
Yeah, which I like.
But
it's definitely a good system for sure.
Yeah, but I agree with you there. It'd be fun to just have like a standard turn based, because I haven't had one of those in quite a while.
I know, right? Also, I'm hoping that they put Sora in Dissidia. I know it's not Final Fantasy, but there's Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That'd be interesting to have a Tekken character in there. Since there's Noctis in Tekken 7, which that still blows my mind. But I'm hoping that, Sora and then Chrono from Chrono Trigger, because he hasn't made an appearance since Chrono Trigger. And everyone wants to see him in something again, because that game is just so good.
Trey, did you ever play the? I really wish they'd redo one and make it way better, because apparently I heard it wasn't very good. On the PlayStation 3, I believe there was an anime fighting game where it crossed over a lot of anime characters, because it was like one of the only ones that I ever saw that had like Edward Elric in it. There was Edward, you have Goku, there was the dude from One Piece, like they were just all in this fighting game.
Like it was like Jump Ultimate Stars or something like that.
Something like it was like Ultimate Star. Yeah, it was a PlayStation exclusive, but I'd never heard good things about it. And
I think had one like that on DS.
Yeah, the Jump Ultimate Stars on DS was amazing. I still pop that game in every once in a while and try to play.
Like you should check it out or look it up. See.
I'll look it up. Because I think it's the same thing, but it's like 3D and it's like jumping off buildings and stuff like that. I don't know if were Full Metal Alchemist characters in that?
Yeah, because that was like the main reason I wanted to buy it was because Edward Elric was in it. I was like, yes. I think Edward Elric would be a great character in a fighting game. I don't know why he's not in more, but that's
maybe cool.
Him and
it'd be nice to see like an anime specific fighter, like with have Goku versus
Naruto,
Edward,
because that's what everybody wants to
all that stuff. Yeah, Midoriya. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Oh yeah, speaking of that, we got a trailer for that not too long ago. My Hero Academia.
Yeah. I forget what it's called. It's like My Hero Academia Smash or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, some kind of generic fighting game.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm pretty excited.
It's like an open world 3D.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call it? An arena?
It's like like an arena fighter. It's like the Naruto games.
Yeah.
It's made by the same people that do the Naruto games, but that's going to be exciting.
I'm not a fan of Naruto, but I will state, like, my roommate is... Shut up. My roommate is a huge fan of Naruto, and he doesn't play fighting games, but he loves the Naruto fighting games. Like
they're fun.
He's like they're just good. They're unique, and he couldn't play Xenoverse because of how much better that fighting style was, because it was kind of the same ordeal. I liked Xenoverse. It's not a good fighter, I'll admit that. Like, I enjoyed it for what it was trying to be, I guess. You know, the fact that I can make my own character and do this stuff and that I enjoyed that. I mean, I was a black, red-eyed freaking Majin Buu, and it was fantastic. Like, I don't know, I had a good time. But it was a terrible fighter. I have no problem admitting that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the... Like, I used to like him a lot, like, when I was a kid. I used to play Budokai. And
Budokai was good. Budokai 2, which is the worst one, apparently.
Tenkaichi and all that stuff. Like, I used to play all of those all the time, but...
I loved Budokai 2. It was
me and Trey put in some work in the Budokai games.
Hell yeah, we did.
Budokai was great.
Doing that. Playing, what was it, like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, like, the most broken character.
Right. Right.
Just mile-upping everybody. It's ridiculous.
Super Saiyan 4. Oh, those bad.
Those are the worst designed characters.
And the way they get to be that was just terrible. Like the whole story behind it all was just, that whole series was just, if you had to get in a room and you were stuck to either watch Dragon Ball Evolution forever or Dragon Ball GT forever, what would you choose?
GT. Duh. Like, I would never... Evolution needs to be burned off this earth. Like, it needs to be, like... There needs to be from, like, a satellite, the giant, like... what's the thing? The Men in Black, the mind wiper, just... Everyone forget about evolution.
Right.
And it's, like, gone. Vanished from the face of this earth.
Like, wow, we never had to deal with that. That's awesome.
What are you talking about? What?
But with that, because I know we've covered a lot of the fighting games we played and some of the other ones coming up. We also had some kind of unexpected news today too from Nintendo.
Oh yeah,
Since we just had a direct, well, it was like last week.
Right.
We already got some more news today. It was for their new, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a build your own peripheral kind of thing. It's called a Nintendo Labo.
Is it Labo or Lab Zero?
I don't know.
Let me see. I can pull this up. I have it somewhere here because I kept it because I'm not. I don't know.
I think it's Labo.
Labo. Labo.
Okay. So yeah, it's not a. We didn't really know what to expect. They just said that they were going to show off something today that was going to be for kids and kids at heart. So no one really knew what to expect. I don't think anybody would have guessed build your own cardboard items.
Build your own Arby's commercial. What?
Right, exactly. That's my favorite part of it. Everyone keeps saying like, "Oh, they hired the Arby's guy," but I don't know. Like, is it something that I'm going to buy personally? Probably not. Like, it's not my thing. But if I had kids, like, for sure. Right. No, I can definitely see
day one.
Right. No, I can definitely see the appeal, especially for kids, because it
pre-ordered. Oh, hey.
Right, exactly. Like it's definitely something creative. Like it kind of gets your like the kids' mind moving and stuff. Like they're building something and then they get to like use it to play a game. So I definitely see the appeal behind it. You're not just like sitting there just playing a game. You're actually doing something with it.
Like I get the application for it. You know, like
yeah.
I could see them. You know, if someone came out with like a fishing game, you could be like, "Oh, I have Labo, and I can make my fishing reel for it." And actually feel like I'm like immersed in the game a little bit more, which is cool. But I don't know. It definitely seems like it's one of those things. Like, why? Like,
you're right.
It's a very Nintendo move of them, I guess you could say.
It is.
It's 100% because it's a very Nintendo gimmicky thing for them to do, right? I mean, that's. I would like to say, wow, I'm surprised by this, and maybe I am a little bit, but I'm just like, nope, that's Nintendo. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's very much something that they would do.
Like, I had like a few thoughts. Like my first initial thought was, well, now they just want us to build our own accessories. Like that's they're just too lazy to build themselves. Let's give them some cheap stuff and they can build it their own. Whatever, we'll sell it at a high cost. But like I see the appeal for kids, especially like when you get into like the video where I can make it any color I want, all this stuff. You can customize it however you want. You can do this.
Right.
I mean, honestly, a couple things that had me like, was the RC robot. I thought that was kind of neat, right? I mean, you could build a little RC. Is it going to work well? Probably not, but it's a good concept. The robot was neat. Depending on how well that works out, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. I saw that at the near the end of it, right?
Yeah.
It's strange. It's
Well,
like, it's
it was
a lot of work.
surprising because they open up the panel because it's a backpack that you wear and it has like fists that you like hold on to. I'm guessing, but they open up the panel on the backpack and there's like a lot to it. Like it's really
like
complex.
mechanisms and stuff.
Right, like rubber bands and shit going on. Like it was very complex. So it's, I mean, I can definitely see where it'd be like rewarding to like build this thing and use it to like, smash buildings as a robot as a kid. It kind of reminds me of do you remember growing up they had the Lego, was it like Brainstorm or something like that?
Yeah. Brainstorm. There was like the Kinetic or whatever.
Kinetics.
Yeah. So like it
Build a roller
basically comes with a
coaster.
motor and like, yeah. So just different things that you can build and it's motorized or something. Kind of reminds me of that in a way, just with video games.
For sure.
A couple of my concerns like that popped off right away too is like, okay, so what if it breaks? What if as I'm building it, it doesn't go well? Am I just out my money now? Am I just out this piece of cardboard? I mean,
Sure.
like that. So that to me is a kind of a big deal because it is just cardboard. Like and cardboard and rubber bands is all that this thing has in it that I could see.
Sure.
I can almost guarantee you if this thing is successful that they'll actually make packs that you can buy of like the specific things. That's
a good point.
That's gonna be a money grab,
Yeah. Because
I don't know, like if it's anything like Lego, like if you ever like were missing a part from like a Lego set, they were always pretty good at like sending you out the specific piece.
Dude,
so I'm sure it would be the same thing with Nintendo. Like I wouldn't expect them to. Nintendo has pretty good customer service.
I miss getting Lego magazines. I will admit. I remember
joke.
it was like 2 times a year you'd get like that, like the catalog, the real thick one, and have like every Lego possible, and then you could like order specific pieces. Sorry, it's a random
thought.
throw in, but man, that's
like,
one of
oh,
those
yeah.
things that I just miss.
I want the AT-AT. It's only $200.
Right. Well, like even back in the day, it wasn't that bad. This is before Disney got a hold of them. Like this was like prime time to get Legos because it was like you get one of those big AT-ATs, or not the big one, like the ATST, the bipedal one. You get one of those for like $50, and it was awesome.
Still an awesome set.
and
Yeah, send me Legos. Send me Legos, please.
a couple things that kind of caught me off guard too was, I mean, there were definitely a few things, like I said, I'd be interested in. The robot would be one. I think the piano is a very interesting concept because like there's a lot of kids. I mean, even Rock Band, they had a piano. Dang thing was $120 by itself, right? And this is just a simple little cardboard piano that you just put your little switch in, and I think that is pretty genius.
Yeah.
That was a good one. They actually, I'm pretty sure it was very brief because they showed off a lot. So there's 2 packs, right? There's 2 price points that we know that we have. We have one that is, what is it? It's $69.99, and that comes with, let me pull this back up so I can double check myself. The RC car, the fishing rod, and the piano, right?
Okay.
If you want to buy the robot kit, that is going to be sold separately for another $80. So that is 4 that we know they're selling right off the bat that's coming out. I think it was April 20th. But I saw a gun.
Nice.
I did see a gun, which is the one that I caught briefly. I was like, oh, that could be interesting for, duck hunting type stuff. Because that's the thing. What duck hunt comes to it? Well, if they make duck hunt for it, that'd be neat. There's a lot they can do with this. There's a lot they can do with
There
this.
is. If they're thinking like we're thinking,
Right.
then they could, but we'll see if they actually do it.
Right.
Hold on a second. I know what you're talking about where they showed a bunch at the end. They showed a camera.
They did. You're right.
How cool would it be? Fucking Pokemon Snap.
It's not gonna happen.
I know it's not going to, but
It's
how
not
cool
gonna
would that be?
I would love it.
I was hoping
Yeah,
to get a
definitely love
Pokemon
it.
announcement. I was hoping that was going to be the innovative thing, some crazy Pokemon announcement where, I don't know, just I want
Pokemon Go now on the Switch.
Right.
Right.
I would throw my Switch. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. But I would just be like, really, Nintendo, come on.
They're still on par to having a 2018 RPG, Pokemon RPG coming out.
Yeah.
That's
From what I've heard, we're supposed to get some big announcements in March.
good.
Ooh.
As far as like AAA titles.
Oh yeah,
like-
because it's Mario, the March 10th, right?
Oh yeah.
I'd be okay with them doing a Mario Maker on the Switch. I know it's completely
That'd
off
be
cool.
topic, but I love Mario
No.
Maker, and I loved playing it and making levels, and I didn't buy it on the 3DS because who's going to buy Mario Maker without online support? That was just
Yeah.
that was just dumb.
Yeah, a little strange.
Like what? Let me build this great level that nobody else but myself can play. So to have like a Mario Maker on the Switch that I can take to work and build levels and then upload it online, like the 3DS
Right.
one should have been. I spent hours playing that game, like just hours. It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
Yeah, I remember we used to play all the time. Like, we'd get everybody over and build levels and then
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be great.
not be friends for a little while.
Uh-oh.
We even did that on the Extra Life stream. We did that one year. Like
Yeah.
we
Yep.
we were playing and some guy in chat, he's like, "Hey, play my level." We jumped in there. I probably played that thing for over an hour until I finally beat it.
Oh, nice.
No.
Well done.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think Mario Maker is such a cool concept. I'd love to see them expand that. I remember there was a rumor for the longest time they're going to do a Zelda Maker to where you could make your own dungeons.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that too.
Oh, that would be legit.
That would have been so cool. I hope they don't. I hope they realize how popular that was for
Wow.
them, how successful it was, and just kind of expand from it. Which doesn't seem
Star
to
Fox
be
Maker.
right.
Metroid
F-Zero
Maker.
Maker.
Oh, F-Zero Maker. Just give me a new F-Zero, damn it. Like, I remember creating tracks for, was it F-Zero GX? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you can like create your own tracks on there. Oh, so good, man. So damn good.
I think the Labo is definitely maybe to start off with. It doesn't have like mainstream appeal, but if they add games later on, like say the next Zelda game has Labo support, so you can like get out your fishing pole and like when you're in the fishing section, you can actually use it there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So maybe it's not just these games that come with it, because it looks like they all come with like kind of like mini game style things.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see if they work it like Amiibo to where it's like future games are Labo compatible.
That's the important thing right there, because and it's 100% on Nintendo whether this lives or dies. They've done extremely well with their Amiibo thing. I honestly thought Amiibos were going to die. I really did. I thought it was great for the first year, and then people like freaking Trevor just can't let one go and gets them imported and stuff just so he makes sure he gets the whole freaking collection and all this stuff because he's crazy about it. But, I mean, they still have support for it, and they're still running support for it. I don't think they plan to kill it off anytime soon that I'm aware
I
of.
don't think so. Not with the Switch having Amiibo
Right.
support. I don't think that's going anywhere. anytime
Amiibos
soon.
aren't going anywhere.
And they don't have to. And the best part about like how Nintendo like does it is they don't need to make it complicated, right? So for Breath of the Wild, it's as simple as boom, done. Okay, I get a treasure chest. It's that simple.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
all it needs. It doesn't need to be something that completely changes the game. It just needs to be something simple that's like, hey, if you have this amiibo, sweet, here's a goodie for you for the game.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's cool because and honestly for me it's not about what I get in the game. It's that they're really nice figures.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it was so cool because I remember in Smash Brothers Melee having that whole trophy table and having all the trophies on there. It's like, this is really cool. So having the amiibos set up just like that, so I can, and I'm sure one day I'll unbox them maybe.
Maybe I'm gonna
Have a nice display like that.
Well, we'll see.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think that they're just nice figures. Like they're just
For
nice
sure.
to collect,
They
are. They definitely are.
whether they do anything in the games or not.
Yeah,
It's just nice to have officially licensed Nintendo figures that are pretty high
Are you
quality.
going to get like that giant Pikachu one?
Yeah, did you
For
see that, Tim?
Detective
Pikachu?
Detective Pikachu?
Yeah.
So they're making a Detective Pikachu game for 3DS. And
Right,
it comes out
I
in
saw
like, I
that.
think March or something. So like the standard Pikachu amiibo is probably like that big. The Detective Pikachu one is like that big. It's like just a gigantic. It's
bigger than my DS.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they showed a
It's
picture of
huge.
it, and like someone's DS was like here, and then like the Detective Pikachu one was just like taking up the entire touch screen. It was hilarious.
That's fantastic. That's awesome.
I think the only one bigger than that is the Mega Yarn Yoshi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's
I forgot
a
about
Mega
those.
Yarn Yoshi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got you
It's
that one,
huge.
didn't I?
Yeah, Trey picked that up because
Hell yeah.
it was like a Toys R Us exclusive or something, I think, and
Mhm.
Trey picked it up. Yeah, that thing's like
And it's a
Huge.
amiibo.
it's
Mhm.
made out of yarn.
See,
Like,
that's
it's a
cool.
legit like yarn Yoshi.
I'm gonna set it on fire. No, what?
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 Damn,
No,
Tim.
what?
Rude.
What?
That's harsh.
No, what?
I think that Yoshi game comes out this year too.
I hope
The new
so.
one. It looks interesting. I don't know.
That's the
Yeah.
one where like you can go behind the things, right? Is that what?
Yeah,
that,
it's almost like it was very like Paper Mario
Yeah.
/ Yoshi Story.
Where's Paper
style.
Mario? Are we ever gonna get Paper Mario a good one? No. Okay.
Old Paper Mario.
Old Paper Mario, not this
Yeah,
freaking
we have, like, that-
adventure Paper Mario.
We got that crossover, didn't we? Of like the Superstar Saga and Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I
Yeah, I never got to play that one, but
I didn't
I
hear
have-
good things.
didn't hear very good things about it.
Yeah. I did buy the remake of the original Superstar Saga on 3DS,
Yeah.
but just haven't gotten around to it.
I really want to play that, man. The game was so
That was
good.
another one me and Trey like put a lot of time into. Like
Yeah,
that
we
was
did.
so fun.
Did you guys?
Babies.
So I went on my the eShop or whatever it was on my Switch
Yeah.
recently, and I saw that there was a versus Super Mario on there for like $8.
Versus Super Mario. I
Yeah,
don't know what that
it
is.
looks like just regular Super Mario or like classic Super Mario.
Oh,
But like I'm afraid that it's not because it says versus at the beginning.
I thought it was just like the original, like, because you're talking about the one with like the POW block and like like you walk to one end of the screen and it pops up on the other end.
No, it looked legit like Mario, like World 1-1 and all, and it said.
Oh, okay.
But,
I was
like-
thinking you were talking about the
like the
Mario.
ori-
Like
like the
original
actual
Mario
the
Brothers?
actual Mario Brothers, right?
Like the arcade Mario Brothers.
No,
Right.
this one is like, and if you go look at it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's $8, and it looks like Mario, like Super Mario Brothers. And it's called Super Mario Brothers, but it's versus Super Mario Brothers. And I'm just like,
Interesting.
I don't want to buy this
mean,
if
I-
it's not what I get.
I know that they were talking about like having old games and adding like online features to them, but that
Oh,
was also
yeah.
around the same time that they were talking about like virtual console.
Yeah,
and,
that's never happening.
Still haven't seen that yet.
It's only been
I don't think
almost
it's
a
real
year.
thing.
yeah. It's been almost exactly a year since the Switch announcement.
My wallet's
Yeah.
open. They just need to take it at this point, and they're just not doing
For
it.
real.
That's the interesting thing about Nintendo, because they could do so many things, but they're all about innovation, which I can appreciate. But also like they just don't it's almost like they don't listen to what the consumers want, like what the fans want.
Right.
Which
Which-
I think it's obviously not hurting them. Like they can obviously do whatever they want and it's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like we were just talking about Pokemon Snap. If they put a Pokemon Snap out on the Switch,
Oh, you know
And,
we're buying
like,
that shit.
exactly, like it's an instant
cool.
sell for so many people.
Nintendo alone is just like such a gold mine of nostalgia and then just general, I don't know, just fun. Like you hear Nintendo and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna have fun with this, no matter what
Right.
it is. And they're just sitting on a gold mine of classics, and it's like, why not just make your damn virtual console for the Switch that's already
Yeah.
selling way better than your last console?
Right.
Throw the virtual console on top of that, and it's like you're making millions by the
Right.
minute. Like it's gonna happen eventually, hopefully.
If they were listening to their fans, we would have had Pokemon MMO a long time ago.
And that's
I
honestly
wouldn't
like
want a Pokemon MMO.
that's their ace in the hole, man. And I think that's kind of what we're going to see on the Switch. Like this is going to be, if it's a regular handheld Pokemon game on the Switch, it's going to be the ultimate Pokemon game.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's gonna be.
Like it's going to be the game that we've always dreamt
That's all I
of.
want.
That's all I want to, man.
And Animal Crossing.
And Animal Crossing.
God.
Not Pocket
Yes.
Edition.
Like these mobile games are cool. Like I'm happy that they're getting into that market, but damn it, Nintendo.
It just makes you want a better version of it. Like that's what it wants. It's,
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I remember how fun Animal Crossing is. I want one for my main console now.
Yeah. Like even
Which-
they don't like they have fishing in there, but it just doesn't feel the
It's
same.
not the same. It's not the same. It's
It's
too
not the same
easy.
at
It's
all.
so easy. Fishing that game is so easy. The game just, it's too repetitive. Like, I know Animal Crossing is repetitive. I mean, if you really think about Animal Crossing, it is an extremely repetitive game to begin with. But, like, I feel rewarded. You're working towards something, right? This one, you're really
Yeah.
not. Like, these campsite things are just kind of like,
Yeah, I have it like installed on my phone, and I get notifications for it every once in a while. And I'm just like,
Right.
Like I'm pretty sure if I turn on my my 3DS, well, if I can find my 3DS, yeah, if I turn it on right now, I bet my city's just filled with weeds.
oh, yeah. Oh.
Mhm.
But see,
But
I believe it.
good old weeds.
Like it's it's such a good time. Like I miss
So mellow.
waking up and like even like on my birthday, like my little villagers come up.
Yeah.
It's the best day.
Happy birthday!
Or even like the random events that would happen throughout the week.
Mhm.
Like you never know when like Red was gonna show up with the black market.
Right.
Gracie was gonna stop by.
It was
Like,
exciting.
There was just always something new. Yeah, it was exciting. Like every day there was something new. You had like the new fossils to dig up every day. You had to go like get those. Looked at. Something new in the shop every day.
Different
It was just-
seasons did different
Yeah.
things. Like there's just so much to it. The I'll never forget one of my favorite video game memories of all time is the GameCube version came out, right? Cheese and Pete's. I was 13, maybe tops. I don't know. I was
Yep.
young, and
Yeah.
it was my birthday, and the monkey gave me a Nintendo, And it had legit Donkey Kong on it. I could play Donkey
Right.
Kong inside. Like, I know it was stupid, but at the time, that was playing a game inside of a game was like mind blowing to me.
Yeah.
It was so awesome.
The original Virtual Console.
Right.
True though. Like for real.
I cared about that monkey, and like I'm still sad to this day he's not around.
Octavian. His name was like Octavian or something like that. The octopus. He was always my favorite villager.
Yeah. I forgot who I liked the best.
Red ape, white shirt, never forget you.
I think it was like one of the wolves. I think it was one of my favorites, or one of the birds.
Wolfgang?
I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was Wolfgang. I think Wolfgang was one of my
Wolfgang was
favorites.
cool. Yeah,
Damn it,
knows,
Nintendo.
man? I
Just
know.
listen to us. We want F-Zero, and we said Metroid Prime 4 over and over and over. And we got that. I'm cool with
Yeah.
it. I'm excited. I want to see more about it, of course. But
And that's supposed to come out this year. Like I keep
Yeah.
seeing all these things saying that Bayonetta 3 and Metroid 4 are coming out this year.
we'll see.
That is huge if that's true.
Nintendo has like a cycle of 10 games that they could just release one of them every year and satisfy
Yeah.
Nintendo fans. Every time. Just a new one of those games in the franchise. It's just...
I want another Star Fox Adventure.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be a good
Oh
one.
man.
Can you imagine
I
that?
want F-Zero. I've said it like 5 times in this podcast already.
What game was that, though?
Which one?
No, I'm just joking. It was FCR.
Come on, Tim. High-speed adrenaline racing?
But we have, what is it, Wipeout? Isn't that the same thing?
No, Tim. Shut your mouth. It's not the same thing. F-Zero had a cool-ass anime that I used to watch on 4Kids every Saturday.
Oh, wow, I forgot about that.
It was amazing. And then it was Kirby right back at you.
Yeah.
So good. Which,
Right back at you.
man, I miss those like video game cartoons.
Was it Sonic?
Sonic
X?
was good.
Yeah.
I liked Sonic. I thought
Sonic
was fun.
Underground.
Sonic
Yeah.
was solid.
Him and his siblings that he apparently has.
right.
Now they've got
Jeez.
what, Sonic Boom?
Oh, we don't talk about Sonic Boom.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, that
remember
franchise is going down a tube.
But it's almost like it's feeding them. Like the worse they get, it's like the more it like feeds this like.
Oh yeah, they know they're a meme at this point.
Right, exactly. Like the Sonic Twitter account is gold.
Oh yeah, it is, for sure. But I just want Sonic Adventure 3.
Dude, oh my god, that would be legit.
Imagine a Chow Garden on your Switch.
Don't you dare. Put
I
those
would take
thoughts
a
in
Chow Garden as a phone app.
my head. Yeah, that's actually a valid
Like-
point.
That's another cash grab for them, but they just don't want to do
Dude, releasing that little devil chow and going to like the like little devil area was the coolest. Damn you. I'm just like
it. I can have like in the amount of Pokemon that we have now, like how isn't there another Pokemon Snap?
Right.
God, you never
Like-
freaking find them all. Jesus.
Like there's so many. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
But okay, so here's let's think of Pokemon Snap for a second and think of Nintendo being Nintendo. So
Sure.
the Switch has a camera on it, right?
No,
It does not. So I
don't
wonder
think
how
so.
they're going to do the camera thing
it's got a gyro. You can do gyro.
because they have the well,
That was.
but they have
That's
like
how I was imagining it.
maybe you're right. Maybe
You
it doesn't
could-
have. But they
You could be doing like this. You could have like the game playing, and then you'd be like, like looking for Pokemon this way, like inside of the game.
so
You know what I mean?
There's no camera anywhere on it, huh? In front or
There's
back.
there's no camera anywhere.
Because the only reason I thought there was a camera because of the Labo thing. There's a camera. That's the only reason I thought that. Never mind. I'm not going to say like would they try to integrate like Pokemon Go into that because of like the two
No.
things, but they can't. So there we don't have to worry about that. So good. Never mind. I'm okay.
Problem solved.
Right.
I will
I
say
just-
one. I know because we keep talking about how Nintendo decides to like really like innovate and change things up instead of kind of like giving the people what they want.
Mhm.
But one instance that I think they really surprised everyone was Breath of the Wild.
Oh my god, that game was
Like
so
they,
good.
they completely mixed up the formula, and I think they blew everyone away. And
Yeah.
that kind of, from what I've heard, from what like Ayanuma says, like that's going to be like how they do Zelda games in the future now.
It worked.
Good.
Yeah, it felt good. It was a great change, but it still felt like old Zelda.
Yeah, for sure. Like the sense of discovery
Yeah.
was something I always liked in Zelda.
Absolutely.
And then like finding all these shrines and then like going through all those puzzles within those shrines was awesome. It was
I agree.
basically like over 100 different dungeons essentially.
And you got to play
Yeah,
it how you wanted to
the
play
shrines.
it.
Yeah, just like the shrines, yeah.
Yeah, they had all the mini shrines, which were like fun little challenges. They had the 4 main dungeons, and just like all these little side quests you could do. And you could just run around and explore. Like you didn't have to do anything. Just ride around on your horse, find one of those big
Lionel.
Goblin things. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Lionels too.
You know, I've never been a person who likes to like ride mounts in any game. Like I don't ride horses in Breath of the Wild. I don't ride horses in Skyrim. I'm just not a mount kind of person. I would just prefer to walk everywhere and/or/run. I don't know why. I'm not saying it's a good idea. It's not. It takes me
glide.
Yeah, or glide. I like to glide, but like it takes me forever to get anywhere.
Yeah.
But like,
Which
I just enjoy it. I don't know.
it extends your gameplay
That's-
when you're doing something
I
like
feel
that.
like there's a lot of times like when I'm riding a horse or something like that, I feel like I'm going to just go past things where I wouldn't go past those things if I was walking.
Sure.
True.
And that's kind of like
That's a good point.
Blizzard does that with WoW, because they don't allow you to get flying until like the expansion is already like halfway through, and then even then you have to basically explore every single part of that new content before you actually unlock flying, because they want you to, traverse this land, see all the details, see the work they put into it, and really enjoy it.
Yep.
Because if you could just fly right from the get-go, you just like fly from point A to point
Right.
B, and it's really
Right.
boring.
I really want to play Zelda now, like right now.
Me too. I need to get through that DLC. I need to start the DLC.
Was
and
it
get
free?
through
I can't remember. Was the DLC free?
No.
No, it's
okay,
$20 for all of it, right?
Yeah, I need to buy it.
Yeah. I mean, you get a lot. You get the new dungeon.
I want to
the
do it
cycle.
just for the story part. That's all. That's
Yeah.
what I want to do. I want to see the story aspect of it, the prequel.
For sure. Yeah, I want to see the prequel, but I also want to do the dungeon.
And everybody wants a motorcycle, right?
Yeah, I mean that's just awesome.
Oh, speaking of betas, do we have like a couple more coming up soon? I think Monster Hunter has like one last one before launch.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and
Nice.
then
Is that on
We got
PlayStation
Metal-
only?
I think maybe.
I'm hoping
I don't
not.
know.
Probably.
And then we got Metal Gear Survive, guys. Are
Yes!
you excited?
Trevor,
I'm so pumped.
I'm gonna send you videos
Yeah.
of that game. I'm gonna play that game and get it. And
I'll play
stream
it.
just because of you, Trevor.
Tim's gonna play it on stream tomorrow just to spite me. I think it does go live tomorrow, actually.
I'm gonna play the beta. I will honestly say that. I will play it, but I'm not gonna buy the game. If it's a free beta, I'll absolutely
right.
play it.
It's like I'll play your terrible game for free, but I won't give you any of my money.
Right.
So here's the excerpt from Polygon's tweet today. They said, "Don't ignore Metal Gear Survive. It's deep, weird, and fun."
Trevor, how do you feel about this?
I don't care. I don't care if it's one of the best games this year. I do not want to touch it.
They shouldn't have slapped Metal Gear on it. If it was like their own survival type game, absolutely, by all means. But don't slap Metal Gear in front of it.
I will definitely read about it. Like I'm interested to see how they even fit this in the Metal Gear universe. Because at this point, kind of like to Trey's point, it's like they're just milking the Metal Gear.
Oh
name.
yeah, I agree with that 100%.
You could put whatever name you wanted on there, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, it's just like it's just a new IP or something."
Pokemon Survive.
That'd be
Right.
legit.
That'd be fun. I
Don't
would play like
don't let
survival
Charmander's
Pokemon game.
tail go out. What?
That episode was rough.
It's sad.
It still gets me every time. But anyways,
Well, we're kind of ending this on a sad note.
Guys, Labos.
it's I don't know how I feel about Labo. I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's just one of those kind of gimmicky things, but it'll be fun.
Very Nintendo
Right.
of Nintendo.
Like if I get my hands on it somehow, I'll probably enjoy it.
I'll bring
'Cause
mine over.
Building stuff
alright,
like that will be fun.
jeez.
All right,
Right.
that's fine. That's fine.
We'll do a midnight launch stream of Tim and his Labo.
Perfect. Perfect. I just want to build stuff. I think that's
That's
the coolest
half
thing
the
about
fun.
it.
That's probably
Yeah.
actually it's more than half the fun. That's probably like I'll build it for kids. And be like, here, you can have it now.
Here you go.
Let me build it for you, and you can just take it.
If Tim was still working at GameStop, he would like someone would buy a Labo for this. He would be like, "Oh, well, here, let me set it up for you." Just like goes and like puts it together.
Guys, Nintendo is presenting us a chance to build a business on building people's Labos for them. I'm just saying.
True. True.
Just go on Fiverr. There's all these people like, "I will build your Labo for
I'll
$5."
build your Labo. Yeah.
You know, people
$50
are gonna
and they'll
sell
build everything
custom
for you.
Labos and everything. You know that's going to happen.
Yeah, for sure. I can see it happening.
It'd be cool if they had like a development kit for Labo,
Well,
For sure.
like an open source kind of thing.
however it works, however it's going to work, you know there are some kind of mechanical parts in it, right? Because it has to connect doing via whatever. There are some that are
Sure.
there's just some that's going to have to, the robot's going to have some kind of mechanical stuff in it, right? It's just going to.
Right.
So you know there's going to be people who find out how that operates, how that works, take that completely apart, and just do something absolutely stupid, ridiculously awesome with it.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be like a gigantic 6-foot-tall freaking T-Rex running off of a switch. It's going to happen.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what people end up doing with it.
Right. And what kind of integration they have with their future games.
True.
Go Nintendo, go. Do you?
I think that's the main thing that I'm excited for. Because when they announced the Amiibos, I was a little skeptical at first, but once I actually got to see it in action, it was cool. And then
Right.
now with this Labo, I'm like, it looks all right. But
Yeah.
once I see it in action, or once I actually get to try it out, I think I'll probably enjoy it.
Nintendo is not like a lot of companies who tend to half-ass things. Usually when they launch something, they go at it. Whether it fails or not, they freaking go at it hard. So
They put everything they have
do.
into it.
They do.
Yeah, no one can say otherwise there. But since we're coming up on the hour mark, you guys have any last remarks on either the fighting game betas or the Labo?
Please, Bandai Namco, please remove auto combos, fix your servers. Everyone wants to play this game, but if we can't play this game on these crap servers, I want my money back. I'm just kidding.
Snap.
Yeah, me and Trey are locked in. We bought digital, so no turning back for us.
Yeah. Other than
well,
that, I'm good. That's all I got to say.
Tim, anything else?
I mean, I liked it. I think the beta was a lot of fun. I can see where Trey's coming from a pro fighter, that those auto combos were gone.
Thank you, Tim.
But I wish it would just be an option to turn off, not necessarily take it away.
Right.
And you know what, Nintendo? I'm usually very negative about stupid things like this that come out, but I'm just go for it. I hope it freaking does innovate how things get done. I'm rooting for you on this one, Nintendo. I just because why not? Go. Do you, Nintendo. You do you.
You do you, Nintendo.
I would definitely be picking it up if I had kids.
Oh
Like, if I was
gosh,
in,
Oh, easily. For
if
sure.
I was in Zach's shoes, like maybe like his kids might be a little too young. Or Atlas would probably be good for it.
I think Atlas would
because
like it a lot.
I think he's 4, maybe come up on 5, I think. But yeah, that'd be cool to just like build something with your kid and like see him like be able to use it in games.
I'd build it with my kid and be afraid he's gonna break it, so I'd never let him play with it.
it. Tim's gonna be that parent.
This is awesome. No, you can't. No.
No, you get the old 360 over there. Go play. You get
Probably what
the
I'm gonna end up
Nyko.
doing.
You get the Nyko controller.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, with that being said, since we are kind of getting to that hour mark, I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. We're going to be going live this weekend with a Fortnite giveaway on Friday. So make sure you tune in for that if you're listening in time. That'll be looks like the 19th. So if you're listening before then, definitely tune in to Twitch. We're going to be playing Fortnite for Fam Fridays. Tim has 3 full copies of Battle Royale to give away. And then with next week, we have Dragon Ball as well as Monster Hunter World. So we're going to be streaming a lot of those games as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
definitely bring you some of the new releases. So stay tuned on our Twitch channel as well as YouTube and our podcast as always. So make sure you hit subscribe if you want to stay updated. And until next week, we'll see you guys later.
Later, guys.
Go Shock! Go
Peace
Shock!
out, balls.